Hello and welcome to our Friday Live. We are a little bit later than normal, so sincere apologies for that. But Karlina and I are here as normal, so welcome, helping you and supporting you to add more value into the marketplace.
Hi everyone, happy Friday. The weekend's starting really soon, in a couple of hours indeed. And yeah, before we jump into today's topic, I want to recap on what we did last week. Last week we spoke with John, who is a startup advisor in the Silicon Valley and now has moved actually to work in Europe. And what I thought of, remembering the conversation that we had, remember, Leena, how he shared what kind of qualities that those teams should have when they want to be super successful in their startup, right? So I was thinking, this totally connects to what we wanted to share today. Like, you know, are you really having those qualities that are needed out there to be super successful in the marketplace, regardless whether you want to start a startup in the Silicon Valley, in London, or wherever in Europe, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought that's like super valuable. Go back and check it out. Check out John's advice, anyone who missed it last week.
Yeah, definitely. I loved when he talked about, you know, I asked him a question last week about, is it the idea or is it the people?
Right.
You know, and he was so passionate that it's never about the idea, it's always about the people, the skills that they have, the leadership that they show. So the people who invest in their education and in their future the most, they're the ones who end up succeeding. It's not necessarily about the idea at all.
So true, so true. And I
know?
see it like daily.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do, you know, like we know what our clients are looking for at the moment, and it's people who are looking for a job, people who are going to close more sales, but more than anything, what they're looking for is people who are humble, and who are teachable, who are proactive in their learning, who will go out there, know what the marketplace needs at the moment, go and learn that skill and then bring it to the table, and not really leaving it to the company itself to provide the training, because the company owners have got so much more on their plate at the moment. They don't necessarily have the time, space or capacity to do everything. So the candidates who take the most ownership in their own learning are actually the ones who succeed the most. I mean, I was just saying to you before we came on live that, you know, we had 10 job offers on Friday the whole week last week. On Friday we got 5 of them, but we had 10 job offers all week. Last week. And some recruitment companies can't do that at the moment, you know, but we've gone out there and found the people who are hungry, who are humble and want to learn. And September, believe it or not, will be a month. I know we haven't ended the month yet, but it is going to look like one of our top months in placements.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Of this like empty year.
Yeah, from January.
You know, the emptiest year in a long time, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
So it would be one of our best months, and that's because our clients are trusting us with what they need, and we know what they need, and those people are staying, they're doing well, they're closing sales, but they're adding value to the company and the marketplace at the same time.
Awesome. So yeah, I was thinking you are really the best person to talk to if someone wants to find out, like, what I can do so that I would land the job instead of everyone else, right? Because you do get those feedbacks from your clients, from the bosses, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, we went into massive depth on this when we did our webinar. So if anybody who hasn't seen that webinar, do go back and scroll through our Facebook page and sign up. The replay is still available. But you know, what I explained on that webinar is that we have the candidate pool is getting bigger and bigger, which means that your ability to stand out from the crowd it's a high priority for you. So you need to know A, what to put on your CV, B, how to make it stand out from the crowd, you know, C, what to put on it. And the last thing is, you know, what do you know? What value can you bring to that company? How have you invested into your learning? What do you know that will make a positive impact into the recovery of the company that you're going to be working with. And it's not necessarily just for people who are looking for jobs at the moment, but learning is also important if you're in a current job and you want to get that next promotion, because believe it or not, people are still getting promoted right now and they are still landing brand new jobs.
Didn't we actually have someone who said they got their job saved after watching the webinar?
Yes.
Like, it's not only about a promotion. It's like, well, if someone will be fired, will that be you or someone else, right? If they have to shorten, all of their size, right?
And everything, I would say most businesses, even if they're doing really well at the moment, have streamlined their people force, because machines can do so much now, robots can do so much. So are you going to be the one who gets laid off because a machine can take over your job, or are you going to be the one who can add value because you're irreplaceable for the company,
Yeah, I see that now more than ever. I shared a few weeks ago that I got, into this project of training people who are project managers or general managers, managers in general, I mean. And so we are working every evening with hundreds of people and different people, and they are sharing their pain with me, right? As we go through the learning process. And they are, first of all, they are the people who have come out of their companies to learn proactively. They're not sent by companies. They're people who just found the way to raise their skills. And then there were people, they are sharing with me their pain as managers. And you know what the pain is? The greatest pain that I always hear from them is, I feel that the person that I have to delegate the work to will just not be able. Like, there's not enough of capacity. Like, some people who are unwilling to step up and be like, okay, I need to learn some more.
Yeah.
And that's what they are missing so much, because they feel they lack the force to delegate these tasks to. The market is always pressing. It's not like it's ever gonna get easier. It will get tougher all the time. And these managers are lacking really the people within the workforce to really be the ones who will learn more than they just have to know during their basic hours, so that they would be more capable of working.
So what kind of, the manager's pain points, you're teaching them a certain level of skill. What skill would those managers want their staff to learn?
Right, there's several skills. And I guess the number one is to stop being shut off. And maybe to some people it depends on their age, like as they grow towards their retirement, but there's still, let's say, 5 to 10 years left. And that's super long. Like you can't be sitting there for 5 years thinking, okay, I'm just gonna get paid. And so what they would want those people to be like, just be open. Like, don't shut out, and go and at least be able to hear what the next new thing is coming into our company. And so that the actual skill is, besides the particular professional skills that they need to have, the actual skill is to be able to see what should be improved in my personal process right now, so that I can be better in my working hours. Because so many people, actually what they have trouble with is sorting out priorities in their working days. So they get super busy, they get super tired, right? You see that too, and so they kind of get lost within the priorities.
It takes me back to when we did the first course, the lean management course, and the results from that were so profound, where people had realizations that there's how you are in your personal life transfers to how you are in your work life. And I know that one of the biggest things that came out of it, or one of the delegates in the course said, one of the biggest aha moments was when you said, would your boss hire you if he came into your home?
Right.
And I love that. It's like, how is that relevant, Karlina? Is it the same or is it different?
It's the same. It's the same, Lena. It's like, those people who go home and then they hate their work, and they talk not so well about their work at home. And then if they look at how do they really deal with their own resources, the ones that they own at home, are they good with those? Because it does relate to how will you deal with your boss's resources. And so that's why I said, if your boss came to your home right now, would he like what he saw? Would he promote you, or would he rather think of, okay, you might be next one in the list of being laid off?
There'll be so many people out there who will say, well, I'm different at home and I'm different at work. Is that possible?
Well, what would you say? Would you believe them,
I want to say no, it's not possible, but I
mean, certainly to some extent we do pull ourselves together, and we kind of, maybe act a bit different. But once you are in the job for quite a while, especially if it's several years, and then you get used to it, and then you become who you really are, and your boss sees it. And then really it is the moment to evaluate, do I like myself? Do I want to be this way, either at home or at work? Do I want to be the one who's never satisfied, always saying, oh, this is again another working day, or another task, or why me? All of those things that people often feel like, okay, why am I paid not more? Like, why is he paid more, and stuff like that. And so, what I think this person whom you spoke of, what the realization was really about was, oh, okay, and now I understand why not me.
Yes.
And how to become the one who will be promoted. And that really makes me super happy to hear that some people got that click, because it's literally about the click, honestly. I mean, it is about the skill too, but in the first place, I think it is about the click, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the click also happens when people feel like lean management skills isn't relevant to them. I think one of the biggest comments was, I didn't know that lean management would apply to me as much as it actually does. Like lean business skills, I just thought that was for business owners, or it was for, the big management. But what I think the biggest realization from, I would say 100% of the people last time, was how applicable these skills were to them, and they didn't think so in the beginning.
I think you are right. Recently my marketing team researched how many times on Google do people search for lean. And do you know that it is only like 100 and something thousand times per week, I think it was, out of everything on Google. Like everything that people would search, would they search something like how to cook whatever, or how to, or who's Donald Trump or something, and out of gazillion times that people have been Googling things and stuff, the keyword lean and related to it is even less. So what it tells me indeed is that people treat lean management as something super high class, something too difficult for them to grasp. And literally, thank you, Leena, for inviting me to work with you like this, because it also helps me realize, wow, lean is so not what people think it is. Absolutely. It is so much more available to the general public. And the more people would use the skills, the better we would actually make any workplace on earth, regardless whether the workplace does have lean management per such, or is it just one person doing it.
Absolutely. And, Karlina and I have been so overwhelmed by the response of our last lean business course. And we've had so many requests saying, when are you going to be doing it again? When are you going to be doing it again? And Karlina and I have been trying to get our diaries together and find out, when it's going to be suitable for both of us. And we have now a date for the new Making Yourself Valuable in the Marketplace Lean management skills course. So I'll hand it over to Karlina so she can share the content. The content's been upgraded to make it super relevant for you getting a promotion, getting that job, or keeping the job that you want to keep. So I'm super excited for the upgrades, and I'll let Karlina tell you all about it.
Yeah, so we learned from the last time that we did it, and we basically took all the best from the previous course, but we are adding the key points that we saw that were the tipping points for the people. You know, like the quote that you gave earlier about would your boss fire you or promote you if he went to your home, right? So we are taking all of those aspects that people showed that were the most crucial to them, and we have improved the course. And generally, still, we will keep people to the lean management thinking, because I think, and I know, I mean, it's not that I think, I'm sure that once you click one of the thinking buttons, like how to be thinking in a lean way, that is like the greatest step for any person to be so much more capable to do things in their workplace and their private life as well. So we will be focusing on, of course, getting the lean thinking done or expanded for some who might already have some idea about what lean is. And we will get into a couple of lean tools that I know are useful in any field. Those are tools that anyone who would be listening will be able to use immediately in their workplace or at home. And this is what we saw with the people who attended the course last time. And I will just add to those specific practical tips that I can give to people so they would be able to immediately put it into practice. Mm-hmm. And you know, Leena, and as for the part where you speak, I think it's super valuable how you are able to connect it with the workforce.
Yeah.
With, you know, how to find a job, you know, how to show these skills that I'm training, how to show them on your resume now, right? Mm-hmm. You would still be talking about that and digging into the entrepreneurship mindset, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's all about, you know, if you want to get promoted, if you want to get that dream job, or if you want to keep your job, it's all about an employee-preneur mindset. And that's what we'll be digging deep into on the course as well. I know there are a lot of our viewers will be saying, well, Karlina, is this going to help me close more sales?
You know, this is going to help you close more anything, literally. Like sometimes I am amazed, Leena. Sometimes I'm amazed about the numbers that come out of this, even a very small course, because literally we're doing a four module session, right? Which adds up to something like 4 to 5 hours, right? In the end, after the live question answer session where they can ask direct questions. And so many people use that chance. Last time they asked direct questions, and then we actually dig into their own business or their own workplace,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
But these numbers, Leena, they sometimes like literally amaze me. There's this person who was sitting in a very similar seminar with me, and within the first few hours, the first few topics that I cover, he was like, my goodness, I just realized something that I'm not doing okay with the way that I'm communicating with my clients. He was doing some of the processes in a way that they created a lot more work for their own company later. Okay. And so he was like, okay, we're just gonna not do that, but do this instead. Because lean management also gives you what to do, not only tells you what not to do, but it tells you what you should be doing. So he decided to change that. And I know that after that, they were so much more able to, surely enough, close deals, but with a better result. And this whole change saved them 70,000 euros within the next year since they started changing the process.
Wow.
Okay. So that is just one process, one person listening. And these are the results that I get several times. I get them actually all the time from people who hear it and put it into practice immediately.
Absolutely. So, you know, the course is starting on the 21st of September. If you would like to enroll, just comment with value below and we will send you the details and the link to enroll. And I'll let Karlina tell you exactly how it's going to be run, what days we're going to be running it. But the question and answer session, guys, that is going to be your golden ticket. It's where we can dig deep with you into your personal circumstances. We can look and say, okay, how can you close more deals? How can you make yourself more efficient and more valuable to your employer? What can we add into your CV to do X, Y, Z and get this result? You know, we'll dig deep into that. I mean, that's been the most favorite session from everybody who attended last time. So I'd highly recommend not to miss that question and answer session. And you will have lifetime access to all the modules, including the handouts and everything that we prepare for you. It's done with a heart of service. You will thoroughly enjoy it. You will get more than your money's worth from it. And that's something that we can guarantee completely.
100 times more.
Yeah.
100 times more. So we're meeting, the first session is on September 21st, evening after work, right? So it's what, 6 p.m. UK time, right?
Yeah.
Am I not? Yeah. And so it comes out as 8 p.m. Latvia, the eastern part of Europe then. And so we meet at the 21st of September, 23rd of September, 25th of September for the training modules, and the next Tuesday, 29th of September, for the live question answer session.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you can't attend live trainings, it's not a problem. Everything will be sent out to you. You will have lifetime access to it. So don't worry about the dates too much, as long as you get access to the content, but make sure that you can attend the Q&A session for sure. Absolutely. Perfect. So make sure you get enrolled. Comment with value below and the team will send you a link to enroll, and have an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Bye.